Yo, what is up, everyone? Okay, I just gotta say this. Normally, I stick to my own stuff. I don't really talk about other subjects. But, I'm kind of done. This is stupid. For all the people out there, whoever watches this shit, this is ridiculous. Like, honestly, the fact that people would lie and manipulate shit like this is absolutely ridiculous. So, just in case y'all don't know, the narrative is basically, or what Banks says, the majority, obviously, of people believe. Let me make sure that's like that. Obviously, majority of people believe Banks, and his side of the story is basically that he was waiting in the place where he was allowed to go. A bouncer that, obviously had a little bit of a problem with him and a little bit too macho, wanted him not to be there, and all he was doing was sitting there waiting for his girlfriend to get out the bathroom. So, I'm just saying this from, that's his side, and this is what majority of people believe. And then the other side is that he was, like, being all aggressive. And the problem I have is that the video, by what they made, is, like, how, like, he was, like, fighting, or he was just, like, he wouldn't cooperate. But, the best part is like, even with the stuff that they were trying to say, they actually disproved what they were saying. Like, here, let me find
Tapes tell the tale. This is Ricky in a restricted area. A bouncer asks him to go upstairs. His reaction is anything but calm.
You see him the guy with the hat
way upright.
You can see him see him waving his hands there, taunting.
Whoa.
And aggressive.
He wanted to wait.
Okay, stop.
You can see him waving his hands there, taunting.
Waving his hands and taunting. He's dancing. What? They're in a club. They're in like a nightclub. So a guy dancing and like tell me you're telling. Oh, here, actually, I didn't mean to do that. So you're telling me this is aggressive? Look at this guy's body language, right? Just look at this guy. Look how aggressive and taunting this guy is. Wow.
Dancing. They're saying that you were.
This little report is.
Okay, so let's start there. Let's.
No.
Footage.
I need to find it.
Things got ugly.
Okay, right here. It should be right here.
You see him the guy with the hat
way upright.
You can see
wow,
him
see
him waving
look
his
at
hands
that.
there, taunting.
That guy's barely even moving. He's just like, it looks like he just said like, okay, let's go. That guy doesn't even look like, what? He doesn't even look like he's mad at all. Look.
In a restricted area, a bouncer asks him to go upstairs. His reaction is anything but calm.
You see him the guy with the hat
Anything but
you
calm.
Can see him
he's smiling. Dude, there's no way. Like, you can kind of tell he's smiling. Let's see.
Area. A bouncer asks him to go upstairs.
Look
His
for like a
reaction
smile.
is anything but calm.
You can barely see. Look, kind of the
Right.
nod. You can kind of probably assume or kind of get that he's smiling. I don't know, but he doesn't. He seems very joyful, and yet they're saying he's acting very aggressive. And this is one thing I want to take notice. Look how he's wearing a hat. Okay, you see that hat? Okay. Now look.
You can see him waving his hands there, taunting.
And look what they say.
He wanted to wait for Alyssa, who was in a woman's room. Things got ugly. As they're escorted to the main floor, bouncers are escorting Ricky on the steps. Alyssa, with a hat, is riding on the back of a bouncer. Eventually.
Okay. So, and one thing that happened is that he lost his bracelet. He has, like, I guess this really expensive bracelet. I think it's probably like I forgot what it was, but it's probably like it's expensive. Let's just say that. And he didn't get it. And I want you to notice this, right? If it got ugly by his story, which makes sense, they didn't show stuff that they wanted to prove for some reason. Like, if they just showed Ricky hitting or none of this was true, that makes sense. But the problem is how they cut this. I want you to go ahead and look.
Way upright.
You can see him
Woman's room.
So look, you see, he says the guy with the hat on. I'm pretty sure.
His reaction is anything but calm.
You see him the guy with the hat
Yeah, the guy with the hat on.
You can see him waving his hands there, taunting. And aggressive.
Okay, now look, where's his hat? Bro, where's his hat? Look, where's his hat? So it went from this. Look, this guy. Wow, not taunting at all. This isn't taunting.
See him waving his
like, if McGregor did that in a fight, if Floyd Mayweather did that, that is not intimidating at all. You realize that, right? That's not intimidating. So I don't understand how that's a taunt. Really? And then look, now he has no hat. And look, if you see right here, someone has their arms like around him. So obviously he was being held. Look, right at this point, you can see him being held. Right here, look, he's being held. And then look, he lets go. And look how aggressive that looked. That looked very, like how it looked like he fucking snatched something. Look. Okay, look at that hand right there.
To wait for Alyssa, who was in a woman's room.
Let's see. I'm gonna see if that kind of looks somewhat aggressive. Half speed. Yeah, I don't want to hear it though, because that's really annoying. Look, he's being held. And look, that looks like he snatched that shit. Look at the bar. That looked like it had some force. His hand bounced off the bar. Look. Wait, just look at his hand. It's like it bounced. Look, it bounced off the bar. That was some force. So that was obviously aggression right there. So Ricky or Banks, whatever it is, he has his hat on down there, and they're saying he's taunting. He's just dancing in a nightclub, and he's waiting outside the bathroom. Obviously not intent. And then it gets heated. But why didn't they show who started the heated? Like, why didn't they show that? Who started it, or who, like, what happened during that heated attack or fucking fight? Why didn't they show that? Like, why? They didn't show any of that, and they could, but they didn't. But all of a sudden, wow, he's just being very aggressive. But why was he being held? And by that guy, you saw how, like, his hand bounced. Like, look, his hand bounced off that bar. See, that's force. He was obviously somewhat aggressive. And look, it just looks like people are, like, pushing him. Look. It looks like tell me he doesn't look. He's getting held. And look, he gets pushed. Watch. It kind of looks like he got pushed. Like, it looks like these people are, like, kind of, like, pushing him forward. Like, come on, let's go, let's go. And how is that aggressive? Look. And his hair's all messed up. It looked like he just got roughed up. Tell me it doesn't look like that. And he's saying he got put in a headlock. Think about it. Banks has his hat on. And then if he got put in a headlock, and he said he got out of it. So obviously if you got out of a headlock, you know, your head goes through. So therefore his hat would have fell off and his hair would have been all roughed up. Look. His hair looks so messed up. So that's somewhat believable that he was put in a headlock. I can see why. But they didn't show any of the fight. So I don't understand. And then they say he cheap shotted.
Steps. Alyssa,
here, let's go and put this in normal speed.
Riding on the back of a bouncer. Eventually, you see Ricky walking out on his own, disproving his claim that he was nearly choked out by the bouncer.
Choked out? No,
Outside,
what?
It got uglier, but in large
That's
measure,
not disproving anything because they didn't even show. They showed it's so cut up. They didn't show anything. What is this? What is media anymore? Why? Why do people do this? I don't understand.
Customers. Alyssa has the bright light.
He comes up here to grab his girlfriend. Alyssa jumps right in his face.
Yeah, okay. Really? He went to grab his girlfriend. And then she jumps in. Like, I don't want... They're so dramatic. If you guys were Broadway actors, you wouldn't be Broadway actors. As soon as you stepped on that set, you would have been dropped straight up. No chance. You're probably, like, I would say, grade Z actors. Like, what is this? Dude, I couldn't even imagine having to listen to an audiobook read by this person. Like, someone walks across, you know, someone jumps over a little puddle. Instead of a sentence, this person would make it like an entire book based on jumping over, just being over dramatic and over descriptive about it. All the cracks, and then they described all the like, bruh, no. Why? Just a lying cunt, dude. This is disgusting.
Alyssa jumps right in his face.
No.
He swipes the
She's recording.
Out of her phone. He comes up.
Like, think about it. Just think about it. Out of all the people to record, okay, she could have been recording herself, right? That's an easy thing. And she could have turned her flash on, right? That could have been an easy thing, okay? And if you think about it, out of everyone there, why would she go up to that? Maybe he has something to do with what just happened. Look.
Cell phone cameras at other customers.
If someone puts a phone in your face for like a second, you're really just gonna like smack it out your hand? Like, look. Try to smack it and she hits him. Look. She cheap shots him. Or cheat chops her. Look. And then he gets cheap shotted.
Comes out of nowhere and
not really even cheap shot. He's defending his girlfriend. He's not just gonna let his girl get hit.
Starts pounding this guy in the face from behind. Totally cheap shotting him.
Oh, totally. Okay, so when a girl does it, it's fine. Oh, you deserved it because you put your phone in someone's face, possibly. So you deserve for me to sock you. Is that how adults deal with things? Last time someone put their phone in my face, I didn't just beat the shit out of them. Does that make sense to you? As adults, what are you thinking? Why? How is this adults? I can see why it's up to our generation. Because if this is the adults from whatever generation they're part of, why? I am not with these people. These are not adults at all whatsoever. If you have to smack someone because they put a phone after your boyfriend, like, really? Your boyfriend tries to hit a phone out of someone's hand, and then you literally smack a... Really? Really? I bet.
He swipes the camera out of her phone, and that guy's girlfriend punches her.
Oh, and that guy's girlfriend punches her. But look how he talks about Ricky when he's describing him.
Now, Ricky comes out of nowhere and starts pounding this guy in the face.
Comes out of nowhere.
Grab his girlfriend, Alyssa jumps right in his face. He swipes the camera out of her phone.
Yeah, come out of nowhere. He's right there.
Now, Ricky comes out of nowhere.
Okay, so a girl hits a girl, right? So would you prefer Ricky to, after this guy just tried smacking the phone out of his girlfriend's hand, or possibly even, he probably maybe even from his view, maybe even saw it as like he hit her, or like he like hit her because she probably like had some reflexes towards it. If someone tried smacking your phone, maybe you like step back. You don't run towards them right away. You probably step back because you didn't want them to hit you, because you maybe thought they were gonna hit you, so you kind of flinch. And then he gets hit, so maybe he's like, oh, this guy just hit my girlfriend. Or he could just been like, well, this guy, and I don't understand. Let's just listen to this real quick.
And starts pounding this guy in the face from behind. Totally cheap shotting him.
Totally cheap shotting, okay. And then also one thing I want to add, listen how he describes his girlfriend, right?
For Ricky walking out on his own, but in large measure by the couple pointing cell phone cameras at other customers. Alyssa has the bright light.
He comes up here to grab his girlfriend.
He comes up here to grab his girlfriend, so it's his girlfriend. He owns her, basically, because it's his. No one else's. They can't break up. It's his girlfriend.
Alyssa jumps right in his face. He swipes the camera out of her phone, and that guy's girlfriend punches her. Now, Ricky comes out of nowhere and starts pounding this guy in the face from behind. Totally cheap shot.
So, would you prefer, so if that's his girlfriend, but she's a girl, so what, if that's his property, if my dog attacks a child, and like, if I took my dog off my leash and it attacked a child and I didn't get it off and it killed that child, who would be responsible for it? Me, probably. I'd most likely be responsible because I took that dog off its leash when I needed it to stay on its leash. So, if that's my property, I'm therefore responsible for it. Same way with a child. If a child does something, therefore I'm responsible for it. Or if my child does something and they are minor, I'm therefore responsible for what they did. So if this is his girlfriend and she just hit someone else's girlfriend, who's gonna get the price or the repercussions of that? Maybe the owner of the animal? Maybe you? So I don't understand how you at least described that woman, his girlfriend, instead of, oh, this guy and his girlfriend were just standing here. Oh, look, this guy, he was trying to get his girlfriend. This guy was trying, instead of, like, out of everything to say, like, oh, this guy was trying to meet up with his girlfriend, and this guy was trying to go to his girlfriend, and he says this guy was trying to get his girlfriend, and then blah, 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 he gets cheap shot. I'm like, well, isn't he responsible for his girlfriend hitting someone else's? And would you prefer Ricky just beat the shit out of the girl instead? Like, really? Like, what? And she cheap shot. Okay, well, I'm done with this. FaZe Banks, I'm sorry. I honestly believe he's innocent. I'll go on a line and I'll go on a leg and say he's innocent. So, sorry, this is one time I'll probably upload something like this. It's just ridiculous. I'm tired. It's just mostly like with politics and news. I'm just generally tired of this bullshit. So, bye.